Hi guys. Um. So yeah, I apologise if I sound like I've been well, you know, throaty and everything else is because I do have a dreadful fucking sore throat today. I've had it for the last couple of days. Um. So apologies there. But anyway, yeah, I've got a stinking cold. You know, move that out of the way. Don't want that in the way. And yeah, so um, I received a letter yesterday, in actual fact, dated the 3rd of February, and it was from my housing provider, South Essex Homes. Let's get this out of the way. That's better. Right, sorry about that. And they've written to me with regards to my mobility scooter. And yes, I do have a mobility scooter. It's because I have mobility issues. Some of you will know that anyway. I can only walk very short distances at best of times. And I've had to, like, when I was on my trip away last week, I actually had to borrow a mobility scooter, which I left in like various different sort of locations, and even the walking then killed me. Now I take seriously strong painkillers. I take, I don't know if you can see that, cocodamol 30/500 tablets, and that's not the only thing I take for pain relief. I also take what's it called? Ibuprofen 400, 400ml tablets, and I take them quite regularly as well. You know, and I do apologise for the shithole behind me. That's a work in progress, so don't worry about that too much. Bitter lemon actually helps me with my when I've got a sore throat and stuff like that. Don't know why, but it just does. Anyways, moving on. Excuse me. Sound like deaf. They wrote me a letter, like I say, South Essex Homes wrote me a letter dated the 3rd. It's actually from my tenancy officer, Lorraine Gordon, and she says, re-mobility scooter. South Essex Homes is aware that you continue to leave your mobility scooter in the communal areas outside your flat. This is in contravention of the Mobility Scooter Policy, Conditions of Tenancy and Regulatory Reform Fire Safety Order 2005. Please find copies of all 3 documents. Pardon me. This is their guidance for mobility scooters. And I've read through this. Well, South Essex Homes, when I first inquired about scooter, it's going back now to 2018, when I first got my first scooter. They said that I could have the mobility scooter, and that there was no problem with that. It was a lady called Hayley Hamilton who actually permitted me to have the said scooter. She's no longer even working for South Essex Homes, I don't think. I'm not sure quite what's happened to her, but anyway, enough of that crap. And this is saying like about the doctor's medical advice, and the purchase as well. But it does not, from where I can say, well, actually, it does actually say like about storage. It says storage. South Essex Homes has a legal responsibility to meet the requirements of the Regulatory Reform Fire Safety Order 2005. The order applies to shared areas of South Essex Homes managed properties, e.g. hallways, corridors, stairs, lifts, landings, etc. In order for South Essex Homes to meet these requirements, mobility or electric scooters won't be allowed in the shared areas. And storage and charging facilities are limited and cannot be guaranteed. Therefore, you may have to wait for storage space to become available. If storage is provided, users must be able to transport themselves from their flat to the vehicle storage area by an independent means, with or without a walking aid or wheelchair. If the mobility scooter is going to be stored in your home, you need to take into account that most front door widths are 750mm. If you live in a flat, the communal door width is approximately 800mm. A mobility scooter should not be less than 700mm wide, so you need to ensure you can ride a scooter into and out of your property. Right, now that's the only problem. I can get my scooter into my property. That's not an issue. However, because I only live in a studio flat, literally this whole room here is everything apart from a bathroom and kitchen. Kitchen's behind me with that red curtain there. Bathroom is across the other side of the passage, literally like, one step and you're in the bathroom kind of thing. Right? And I've explained this about 40,000 times now to South Essex Homes. I said, look, I need my scooter. No ifs, no buts about it. And, yep, I understand you don't like it, but, it's been medically prescribed to me by my doctor, by Motability, and so forth. It's something I have to have, and it gives me my independence, my freedom, and everything else. Right? And anyway, progressing on from that, and in the next paragraph of the letter, it has now come to the attention of South Essex Homes you may have an alarm device on your mobility scooter that often sounds when others have raised voices near the scooter. This is causing a nuisance to your neighbours on the 13th floor of Malvern Flats. Should it be the case you do have an alarm on your mobility scooter, please ensure the alert system is turned down, so as not to cause a noise nuisance. Should it not be possible to minimise the alarm, then you'll need to remove it from the mobility scooter with immediate effect. Big problem with that is that the alarm is actually built in to the electrics now. It's actually built into the electrics of the mobility scooter, so I can't go removing it. I'm not allowed to do any sort of like fixings or adjustments or anything to that scooter. So and saying it often sounds when others have raised voices near the scooter, that's a load of rubbish. It does not activate on the vibration of someone shouting "Oi, you!" or whatever, you know, because if it did, it would be flipping doing it all the time. And and you know, this is what's absolutely bloody ridiculous, to be honest. So no, it's not getting removed, and I've told South Essex Homes this. I'll upload the calls and everything else, as you know, as a matter of fact, as part of this actual video. And then it goes on to say that once again South Essex Homes requests that you keep your mobility scooter in your property. If this is not possible, then you need to find alternative storage facilities for said scooter or alternative accommodation for yourself. So basically they're giving me an ultimatum. In a matter of speaking, they're saying, like, you know, you've got a choice, Janine. You find somewhere, put your scooter, fuck your mobility, fuck this, fuck that, right? And fuck the fact that, you know, you can't walk very far, you're still expected to fucking go shove your scooter in a garage or half a mile down the fucking road or something. They won't provide me anywhere like on the estate to actually put my scooter, which would make more sense. And they have got places they could let me have, but they just don't want to because they're stubborn gits. And alternative accommodation, please ensure your personal information is up to date for choice-based letting site on the move, and if you are actively bidding for alternative properties that meet your needs. Should you be on an automatic bid, please contact South Essex Homes Support Services to ensure the automatic bid is still active. Well, that leads to another problem, in that only just before I went away, a couple of days literally before I went away, I had who's it called, occupational therapy from a housing solutions team come around. They did an assessment. They had a good look around the place and everything else, and you know, that even they said, Janine, you've got way too much for this flat, you know, and you've got a mobility scooter. And I said, yeah. I said, a mobility scooter, they're trying to tell me I've got to put inside, but if I do that I can't shut my front door and I can't get to the bathroom. So you know, I'm as good as bloody stuffed. And support services, for the gentleman that was helping me in the support services, he unfortunately passed away a few weeks back. So, you know, and South Essex Homes are also not able to provide any storage facilities for my scooter. You may need to contact local shops or use social media to see if you're able to rent space privately. But no! I'm not doing that. Because, again, that's putting me at a disadvantage. If I can't get out on my scooter, then I'm sorry. But, you know, they're just basically trying to take away my freaking freedom here. My independence. And everything. And I'm not going to let it happen. And I mean that. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let them just push me over and walk over me like I'm a piece of shit. And I've done my research prior to actually speaking with South Essex Homes, tenancy officer, this afternoon, and I've actually probably got a case under the Equalities Act 2010 of pursuing them for disability discrimination under Articles 6, 8 and 14. I'm currently sort of awaiting further sort of confirmation of that, which I think I should have probably tomorrow. I'll keep you up to date, but other than that, it's just a case of them versus me, and I am doing what I can for myself, and if they don't like it, then I'm sorry, but it's tough. And my scooter is actually only outside my door. It's not blocking no one. It's not causing an issue for people like they make out. And in fact, the communal hallway is large enough for anybody to be able to get out without having to fall over a scooter as they make it. The only person who'd end up falling over the scooter would be me, but I know how to move it, so, you know. I just feel like I'm fighting a bit of a battle here for my independence, my freedom, and everything else. A battle I intend to win. But anyway, I'll let you decide. The uploads of the conversations and that will follow shortly. Yeah, they are body cam recordings, etc. So please just bear with us, and you'll hear what I have to say. Thank you.
Hello, Janine. I'm afraid my phone's gone through to voicemail.
Oh, right, because she's supposed to call me today anyway, you know, and I need to talk to her about this letter what she sent me about my mobility scooter.
Okay. Just see if I can find a copy of the letter at all.
I've got a reference on the letter if that helps.
No, it's just it's the first time I've gone into this system today, so it's just low.
Yeah, I've got rather a big frog in my throat.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That's why I sound kind of different, because I'm like, ah.
Okay, it's because you're leaving your scooter in the communal areas and you're not allowed to?
I am actually, because... Yeah, no, I am actually, because I've got the scooter as part of my medical reasons, and I cannot get it inside my flat. Occupational therapy have been and said that I cannot get it inside my flat, therefore it's got to stay outside.
Right, then you'd have to find another location. You can't keep it in a communal area.
Well, I can't find another location. This is what I'm saying. I can't find another location for it because I can't get it inside my flat.
Yeah, I mean, I'll need her to come back to you then. I mean, it says on there you need to find alternative accommodation for it.
Well, I can't because I'll be honest, right, I've tried to be reasonable with Lorraine, and I have told her that unless she finds me somewhere local, then there'll be no point in me having the scooter whatsoever, because the scooter is to enable me to have my own independence, my own freedom, and everything else. I've tried to be reasonable with her. I said, even if she gets me a garage downstairs, I don't care.
You're going to need to discuss with her. All I can advise.
And also, something's been said about the alarm on the scooter as well, and I want to know who's complained.
Oh, that I don't know.
Because the alarm is inbuilt into the scooter. When I take the key out the ignition, the alarm comes on automatically. And it's not something I can disable or get disabled. It's a feature of the scooter itself. So whoever's complained, really they should come to me first and say, Janine, why is the alarm on the scooter for? And I would tell them.
I mean, I can only tell
because all my neighbours on my floor are fine with me having the scooter where it is and fine with me having the alarm.
Yeah, but you can't keep the scooter there, Janine, because it breaches fire regulations.
But I'm going to have to.
Well, I'll have to ask Lorraine to call you. I don't want to get into an argument about it.
No, I know that, but I'm going to have to leave it where it is because...
You'll be in breach of fire regulations, which means they can then remove it.
Well, no, they can't, because then they could be done for theft of it.
Well,
and also breaching my human rights under the Equalities Act, Article 6, 8 and 14.
Yeah, but it goes against your tenancy agreement.
Yeah, but I've asked for reasonable adjustments to be made as well. I've asked to be moved flipping since 2018.
Are you registered on the move?
Well, that was something that Steve Turner was dealing with before he passed away.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know who's dealing with it now in support services. I haven't been told anything.
Janice Cleaver is taking over Steve's role at the moment.
Right. Because I've literally had an occupational therapy assessment only 2 weeks ago, which we're waiting for the outcome of, and the lady's even put on the report that I've got a mobility scooter that I cannot possibly get inside my flat for love nor money.
Yeah, I can only ask Lorraine to come back to you.
Yeah, please do, because I'm really pissed about this.
Have you also looked on Home Swapper?
Yep.
You'll do an exchange?
Yep, I'm signed up with Home Swapper, and guess what? No one wants to come into a 13th floor studio flat on a notorious estate.
Okay, well, I'll get a message to Lorraine and ask that she calls you, but she will have 3 to 5 working days to respond.
Well, she actually said yesterday to Sarah, I think it was, that she was going to call me back today.
Okay, well, I mean, at the moment she's not answering her phone. She will be in the office today because I can see she's got appointments.
Right.
So all I can do is to resend the message and ask that she contacts you.
Right, yeah, please do, because I'm really pissed about this, because it feels like Lorraine's trying to take away my human rights under the Equalities Act of 2010.
The fire regulations, yeah, but she's following the fire regulations, which is for the safety of everybody on your floor.
Yeah, but I also want to state this, that fire regulations, right, if there was a fire, people will automatically gravitate towards the fire exit where they know where it is.
It's not just your neighbours. If the fire crews come in and there's heavy smoke, they won't know that you've got a scooter there. so it's for the safety of everybody. But I'll ask Lorraine to call
Yeah, but the
you.
scooter, as far as I'm concerned, is staying. Because it's my freedom, my independence, my mobility at the end of the day. And, you know, if Lorraine doesn't like it, then send me to court where I can have South Essex Homes up under Articles 6, 8 and 14 of the Equalities Act.
Okay, well, I'll get the message for her to call you, okay?
Right, thank you.
Okay then, thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.
See what happens.
Because I need to call you back. I've got to go and speak to somebody in a meeting for about 5-10 minutes.
Right.
I'll call you back straight away, okay? So I just wanted to let you know that I had I finish at 5. I will call you back, okay?
Okay.
I will call you back. I should be more than probably 10 minutes, but I will call you back by 5:15, okay?
Okay then, mate.
Okay, I'll speak to you soon.
Then.
Thank you.
Bye. She just let me know she hadn't forgot about me. She's going to call me back after like about 10-15 minutes. Just like basically I want to sort of find out really what it's all about, you know, and like to sort of like explain to you about the alarm. Someone apparently is complaining about the alarm on the scooter going off.
Do you have an alarm on your scooter?
Yeah, there's an alarm on it, yes, but that can't be taken off.
Right, I'm asking it to be taken, but can it be the volume lowered?
I've done what I can with that. You know, I've got to obviously wait and see on that.
Right, so we'll see what happens if I get any more people, if I get anything else come back to me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like the fact is that I can't even have the scooter there. We've had this conversation before, you know, and like, yes, it's a new scooter, but that was only because the other one got damaged over Christmas by someone getting in the building and damaging it, and that's someone being Miranda Lee, and the police are involved.
Okay, but even the scooter before that.
Yeah.
When you get a scooter, that's why I've also given you that about the guidance. You need to make sure that it's a suitable size.
Yeah.
Does it fit in your flat? Does it fit in the lifts and everything?
It fits in the lifts, yeah, but it just doesn't fit.
Well, what I'm saying is, you just acquired the scooter without actually seeking any guidance from South Essex Homes.
Well, I sought guidance. I sent letters and everything else saying I had all these medical problems and everything.
No, I'm not talking about the type. I'm talking about the actual scooter that you bought.
Yeah.
But when I say about guidance, whether it would fit in your accommodation, whether it was suitable, the weight of it would be suitable for the lift, that sort of guidance.
Right.
Okay. It's also said that your neighbours don't mind it being there.
No, they don't. They don't give a damn.
I'm sure they don't. That's up for them to decide.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Five regulations
yeah.
That it cannot be there.
Right, but also there's the fact of the Equality Act as well.
We don't make those regulations. South Essex Homes do not make those regulations.
Right, that I sort of understand, you know, but like I've been saying as well, I've been looking at other options and everything else, you know, and I'm sort of like to the stage where I'm like, what do I do?
So, have you gone back? Have you gone back to support services?
I'm sort of, well, I was talking to support services. I was talking to Steve Turner before he passed away, bless him, you know. Yeah.
So I'll find out who's taking your case.
Right.
From him.
Yeah.
And we need to go back because you said also that the OT has said that it's okay.
Yeah.
Again, the OT doesn't hold your tenancy.
No.
The OT can't make decisions about living in the communal area. Yes, the OT may say that you need a scooter, but it's not for the OT to say it can be left outside.
Yeah, I mean, that I sort of understand, you know, but the OT saw my point as well when I said, look, you know, so I've been told I've got to try and get the scooter inside somehow, but my passage ain't big enough. You know, like, even she said to me, she said, well, what do you mean it's not big enough? I said, well, I'll get the scooter inside the passage, but I'll never be able to shut my front door.
No. Have you looked at other options regarding social media to see if there is anywhere else, like I said to you, about social media, to see if there's anything to rent locally?
I've looked, because
we don't have that option. We don't have any garages. We don't have any sheds. Though they are downstairs, they're not suitable for renting out.
Right. What about ones over? Where is it? Just over. Yeah.
They're all taken, so that again they wouldn't be suitable.
Right.
I don't even put it on the list, but we've already got a great big list as well. So again, that's not going to be. I wouldn't have thought that'd be an option.
Yeah, because you know, I mean, like, I'm sort of looking at every option going. I'm on the home swappers. Nobody wants to go into Malvern, you know, and that kind of thing.
I also looked at sheltered, but you're too young for sheltered.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of something. Right.
I don't know what sort of clout you would have with other sort of agencies, like maybe like housing associations and that. I don't know what you might be able to do there.
We can try and get you. We can try and. I'll speak to whoever's taken your case.
Yeah. And
see if we can. See what the outcome was and where you are. If we can reopen your application.
Yeah. Or like, you know, another option is.
Janine, was your application closed at all?
No, I don't think so. No, it's still pending because it's with the occupational therapy report thing still waiting to go through. You know.
Right. So that you believe that the Hudson application is still pending?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you believe? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen to the lady first.
Yeah, I'm actually with my parents at the moment.
What about Hare and Sons?
I'll find out who's now taking your case. Okay?
Yeah, because also, you know, like I was saying about like housing associations, I don't know where we come into on that. You know, that might be.
You can only bid on the housing associations if you can bid full stop.
Right.
If you can bid, the housing associations will be there as well.
Right. Okay. Because you know, I haven't been.
You're 45. Are you 45?
40.
You're 40. Oh, I think there's somewhere else there, and they're over 45. So it's not even a case you could go to Barrington's.
Yeah, I know, which is, you know, another option is, that I have been thinking, is if I don't know if there's any sort of availability, but maybe like a one-bedroom property, because they've got slightly bigger, longer passages, and I'll be able to get a scooter in the door fine then.
But that isn't something, we don't just upsize you.
Yeah.
So it would be, if you were going to be, it would have to be in a mutual exchange or on the housing application. If, for instance, that they had your housing application open and they're allowing you to bid, you could bid for one bedroom. Yeah. You could.
Yeah.
But let me speak to whoever's.
I think it's someone called Janice or Janet that's taken over now. I think.
Oh, it'll be Janice Cleaver.
Yeah. I think that's what customer service said. Yeah.
It'll be Janice Cleaver.
Yeah.
I'll speak to Janice. I'll email her tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Thanks.
You still do also need to look at other options of storing your scooter.
I'm looking where I can, you know. I've got my name down on a few lists of like garage sites and that, you know, but it's just, again, it's waiting lists.
Yeah.
You know. It's just all waiting lists and waiting lists.
Yeah. So with the occupational therapy report, have you received that?
Not as yet, no, but that was only done a few days back. She said it could take up to a month.
What's your OT's name?
Can't remember what she said her name was. It's Teresa or something, I think she said her name was.
Can you find that out for me, please? And then can you email it to me?
Yeah, I can do that,
and
yeah.
I will trace it, and we can trace the OTs.
Yeah, my mum might remember. Hang on. Mum?
What?
Do you remember what the OT lady's name was?
What, who's the OT lady?
The OT lady that came to mine and...
You never told me.
No, do you remember what I said her name was?
You never told me what her name was.
Oh, bugger. Yeah, okay, I'll try and find out tomorrow.
Yeah. And if you email it me, and then I can chase her.
Okay then, yeah, I will do.
Alright then.
Alright, thanks.
Okay. Alright then, you're welcome.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
She really don't give a damn.
Doesn't she?
No.